Well, you've not played your first game yet here. You played against Stephen Isdoe on Tuesday night. First impressions of Mansfield Town, though, really, for us today.
I've really enjoyed it. I spoke to the gaffer, came and watched the game on Saturday, and it was, the atmosphere was unbelievable. The crowd were fantastic. I've been impressed, but I didn't expect anything else. I'm only from half an hour up the road, obviously, so I know I've played here before. I know what the place is like, and I spoke to the manager, and I've been to the training ground with Rotherham. We played a couple of times, so it wasn't a leap of faith for me. I knew what I was coming to, and it's part of the reason why I came.
Now we'll come back onto the club and your perceptions a bit more in a minute, but just want to talk about you for the minute. You're playing at left back in David Holsworth Village, but talking to people in the South Yorkshire area, our colleagues around Rotherham, they tell us that you can play in the centre of defence as well. Which do you prefer? Do you see yourself as a centre back, or can you play on the flank?
I prefer playing left back. I think I've played there more, over my career, and I like, pushing on really up the, supporting me wide man and things like that. But I have played quite a number of games centre back. But no, I mean I've always been a left back. It's centre backs. If you're a tall full back, you'll play some games at centre back. That's how it goes really.
So not afraid to drop into the middle of them, say the heart of defence, and get your head on it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I'll play wherever I'm needed. To be honest, yeah. If it's another string to my bow, it gives me another opportunity of getting a game, then I'll welcome it.
Now you've mentioned there how you'd like to get forward at left back and support your wide man. There's another player in the Mansfield Town side who likes doing that, Gary Silk on the opposite side.
Yeah.
It'd be quite good, wouldn't it, to see both of you charging down the flanks and trying to get balls into the box. Is that something you hope to bring to the club and get front men on the end of those crosses that you provide?
Yeah, it does. As long as we don't go at the same time, I think the manager will go right with that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I want to. You want to get forward. You want to help offensively, but obviously, the number one job is to make sure we're alright at the back and we're sorted at the back. So I mean, it's always defend first. Make sure don't gamble going forward and things like that. But yeah, I mean, all full backs will want to feed the wide man, get it into the striker's feet. Push up, support, put a few crosses in. It's great. And it's what I'll try to do. Yeah, but obviously we've got to, only one of us go.
Now you're the second new arrival in the back four at Mansfield here in recent weeks. How long do you feel, as a back four, it will take for you guys to gel and form, shall we say, a cohesive line that can do a job? Is it something that can happen overnight, or does it take a few games?
I think it can happen. It can happen quickly. I mean, obviously, it depends the game you're in, but I felt comfortable on Tuesday. Obviously, I'd only trained with the lads for one day, but I felt very comfortable on Tuesday with how I was in the back line and how they were. So I don't see it as a problem. You just need to keep communicating. Really, that's the key to it.
And it all starts this weekend again with Tamworth tomorrow. I keep thinking it's Thursday, it's tomorrow. Obviously Tamworth are on a good run at the minute. Have you talked about that in training?
To be honest, we just Wednesday we've just done our cool down and things like that, and we've just been preparing ourselves for training today. We'll be looking at that game. To be honest, we've just been recovering from the Tuesday night game.
Do you know much about the Tamworth front line and what you can expect on Saturday in terms of your job?
No, I don't. But obviously I'm going to be, told all about it, I think, and I'll be well prepared.
In terms of playing for Rotherham, it was a League Two club. Is there a massive difference between League Two and the Blue Square Premier?
No, I don't think there is. I mean, all players know that. There's not a big difference. In some cases, there's no difference at all, and I mean you see that when the teams get promoted or when the teams come down. Teams coming down don't necessarily do well in the conference, and teams that come up do do usually hold their own in League Two. I don't think there's much difference at all.
And just finally, for those Mansfield Town fans listening, are you here to make that left back shirt your own for the rest of the season?
Of course, yeah. That's what, you know. Every time you play, you want to do well. Yeah, you want to hold the shirt for as long as you can. You know, I've always thought that whenever I've played, and yeah, I want to do well. I want to impress people, impress the manager, and you know, and be yeah, and keep the shirt and the team do well and things like that. You know.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I guess one thing that might help you get that regular berth in the first team is that long throw of yours. Quite a weapon.
Yeah, yeah, it's something I've always had, and yeah, it's good. We worked on it a little bit, and we talked about where we're going to position the strikers and things like that, and hopefully it might surprise a few teams who possibly, well, maybe if they went to see the Tuesday game, they'll have seen it now, but hopefully we can surprise a few people with it.
Do you spend a lot of time actually working on it yourself then, like drilling, throwing it, getting it further, or is it just
No,
one of those things you have really?
Just one of those things really. I've worked on it in the past, but you know, it's not sort of you know, you can't improve it. Well, I don't think you can improve it with weights or things like that. It's just, I mean, the main factors are things like if it's wet, you know, and things like that. That takes about 10 yards off it if you can't dry the ball. So there's things like that which affect it more than practicing on it. I think the main thing is to have the lads positioned, you know, where you want them, and it's often the second ball. You know, if you get the first flick, where are the runners and the second ball and things like that. But
Kyle, it must be a great feeling to have got back out there on a pitch on Tuesday night and back doing what you love to do.
Yeah, obviously it's been quite a while, 4 months, but great to get back out there on pitch. Obviously, it would have been better if the result were a bit better, but I thought we did well first half, and second half we struggled a bit, but Stevenage are up there for a reason, and they're a good strong side.
We'll come on to Stevenage more in a minute, but just personally,
Yeah.
how have you dealt with being out for 4 months? You know, both physically and obviously more importantly, maybe psychologically.
Well, you've just got to deal with it best you can. Being out is not easy, whether you're injured for a week, 2 weeks, because you're watching lads out there and you want to help as much as you can, even if they're doing well or not. But mentally, yeah, it's been pretty hard, but you've got to deal with it. And physically, I've felt good. I've had the work off Jason and stuff, been down to Lillishall, so it's been an hard 4 months, but I'm just glad to be back now, so hopefully I can stay injury free till end of the season.
Let's touch wood, hopefully that's behind you now,
Yeah.
and you remain fit and ready for selection. Just in terms of the Mansfield Town side that you left 4 months, well not left, but
Yeah.
in those 4 months there have been a number of changes, personnel.
Yeah, definitely.
Was it, shall we say, a little bit interesting lining up with a different, or some players who you hadn't played with before on Tuesday night?
Well, obviously you get to know the lads coming in. You're still in every day-to-day training and banter and stuff, but obviously it's different playing. I think I was in full training for a week and a bit before that, so obviously I've done a bit of shape or whatever with the lads. So, but yeah, it's. I think there were 6 changes from game from Saturday as well, so we were obviously new and stuff, but we've just got to gel together if that team stays the same.
Is it a different side from the side that you played in 4 months ago? Not just personnel-wise, but in terms of where the team play, or did you recognise, or are there the constants within the side that are still there?
Obviously, you try and stick to what we've been playing like all season, which is same formation, 4-3-3 away from home, which we've done quite a bit. So yeah, it's just personnel really. Like, I think the lads took on board what we wanted to do, but obviously on night it just didn't work out really. So
Now, with Stevenage, you mentioned they're a very good side. They're up there at the top of the league for a reason.
yeah.
But personally, how do you think you went?
Obviously, first came back for 4 months. It's going to be a tough. I'm not going to come in flying really, to be honest. I mean, first half, personally, I thought I did well. Second half, I'm tired, which I think it looked like quite a few of the lads did, to be honest. But like you said, Stevenage are up there. They're a strong, organised team. First half, I think we matched them easily, but second half, that one goal, which come from a bad decision in my opinion from the free kick what the referee gave, and then after that it were Stevenage at home in front of good fans, which they were all night, so it gives them momentum.